I don't care how creative a chef is, if you ever see one reach for a can of WD-40, walk out of that restaurant. But is it possible that we're adding small amounts of toxic oils to our body with every meal that we eat? There are oils that are clearly good for us, and oils that are not, like WD-40. But the most dangerous oils are the ones that are so-so. These are the ones that can cause side effects that may take years to surface. Every cell in our body has a protective membrane surrounding it. Cells must be able to exclude, take in, and excrete various substances, all in specific amounts. To perform these roles, the plasma membrane needs lipids, which make a semi-permeable barrier between the cell and its environment. This membrane has the consistency of salad oil. If that consistency is compromised, say it becomes too thick, you won't be able to absorb nutrients properly, and you won't be able to get rid of toxins either. Now I'm simplifying this. I really don't want to get too scientific. There's a lot more to the cell membrane wall than just a little bit of oil. It's incredibly complex. But the three most important components that make up the cell wall are lipids, cholesterol, and protein. And we're going to focus on lipids and cholesterol. My buddy Aldo here. In the late 1940s, the US government initiated the Emergency Shipbuilding Program. We needed to quickly build cargo ships to carry troops and materials to our allies during World War II. So rapeseed oil is a unique lubricant because it sticks to wet metal. And for our new massive fleet of ships, we needed lots of it. We couldn't get it from Europe and Asia, but Canada had a ton of it, and the Canadian rapeseed industry blossomed. Rapeseed comes from a plant called rape, and when the war was over, so was Canada's booming rapeseed oil industry. Canada tried to switch gears by creating a rapeseed oil that would be edible, but rapeseed is really high in erucic acid, which is very bad because it causes lesions in the heart. And in 1978, a new oil was invented from the original rapeseed oil and was named Canadian Oil Low Acid. We know it as canola. In the 70s, the American Heart Association promoted monosaturated oils, and the king of which was olive oil. Because olives need special growing conditions and they're expensive, there was a massive opening in the 80s for canola to enter into the market. It had to be deemed safe by the Food and Drug Administration, and it was through a stipulation in the system known as GRAS, generally regarded as safe. And how did a once toxic oil get approved? Well, nobody's really sure. But why is canola oil a bad oil? Well, for starters, the oil is extracted under intense chemical process, and the residue of those chemicals in each final product is more or less present in the oil that is sold. The heavy processing of the oil makes it highly inflammatory. Canola oil has been genetically modified to be Roundup ready, and even if it is called organic, it's almost impossible to keep any strand of plant contaminant from cross-pollination. Canola oil is high in omega-6 fatty acids, which could contribute to inflammation if heavily consumed. 80 years ago, the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid consumption in humans was 1:1, but now it's 20:1. Bottom line is this: get your fats from oils that are cold pressed. It's your safest bet. The little drizzle of olive oil you add to your food, it's not insignificant. Choose your oils wisely, and not only will your health improve, but so will the flavor of your meals. Since there are upwards of 37.5 trillion cells in the human body, and each one of them has a cell membrane around it, ignoring what lipids you consume is a surefire way of an unhealthy lifestyle. And some of these oils include olive, avocado, coconut, pumpkin seed, flax oil, sesame oil, and walnut. But the absolute best oils on the market have a harvest date and a production date on them. Start by switching exclusively to 3 fats in your household: organic cold-pressed virgin olive oil, organic cold-pressed avocado oil, and organic grass-fed butter. Those are the reference standard. Use the olive oil for your salads and low-temperature cooking. Use the avocado oil for cooking at temperatures at above 350 degrees or 176 degrees Celsius. And what about butters? Animals, especially cows, goats, and sheep, were never meant to eat grains.
When they eat grains, they develop significantly high levels of bad cholesterol in their fat. So when you eat their fat, you get the bad cholesterol. It is important that you consume protein and lipids that come from a grass-fed animal. Remember how I said earlier that the three main ingredients in the cell membrane wall are lipids, cholesterol, and proteins? That cholesterol is the good kind. The bad kind contributes to the hardening of our cell membranes and ultimately our arteries. Here are the oils you should avoid at all costs: soybean, canola, corn, cottonseed, sunflower, peanut, vegetable, and above all, hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. As a restaurateur, it's illegal for me to serve margarine, which is a hydrogenated oil product. Here's a link above and down in the description below that will take you to a video showcasing 3 amazing salad dressings that are easy to make and a must for the refrigerator. I'm gonna take a bite of this and really enjoy it. Spread the love, hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. That was one with the W before.